What's up, you puka shell wearing motherfuckers? We're back. We got an FA Cup and El Clasico updates.
Nice. First thing we're going to talk about, FA Cup. That's what's the most important here. We'll talk about the other FA Cup games. First one, Premier League game, Tottenham beating West Ham 3-1. Good for them, I guess.
No big deal.
FA Cup, though, Liverpool
did beat Nottingham Forest 1-0.
Sadly.
The only reason I really kept up with this, honestly, is just because of Jimmy Garner. I mean, I hope he does well for that Forest team. He's one of our young players that hopefully I see a lot of promise in, and hopefully he can become a first-team player next year for us. And other than that, I really wasn't watching it for much, but their right back, just a quick shout-out, absolutely fantastic. Ran riot on Tsimikas, playing left back. Really good performance from him, but really, I didn't care that much because United weren't in it, so I had to settle for watching other people. 1-0.
1-0. Jota scored the goal. Not what you want to see. But we do have good news on the blue side of Manchester. City, 4-1 over Southampton. First half was a bit iffy.
Shaky.
It was another performance, as we always do, against Southampton. First goal, though, we came out really good. Sterling with the goal off of a mistake.
Definitely.
That's what we do the best, I think, is capitalize on mistakes of other teams. I think we're one of the best teams at that. You could say that's like we get lucky, I guess, but like when teams make mistakes, we are definitely, I feel, the best at getting the most out of it, for sure.
I can see that.
And they made a mistake, and that's what Sterling did, is went in, scored the goal off of a Jesus pass. We get an own goal from Laporte in the 45th minute, just before halftime.
I thought maybe Southampton could do it at that point, going into half. I thought maybe
Stefan,
they could.
Stefan came out. I feel like he should have. I don't know if he should have committed more to the ball, or if he should have just stayed in and not made the decision to come out. If you're not going to full commit, I don't know, but he definitely made a poor decision making. And when he comes back to go back into his goal, he does it very slowly, not fast enough at all. Laporte comes back, he's trying to defend it, and he just kicks into the back of his net. Obviously, you don't do that on purpose. 2 mistakes, and it leads to a goal. The same thing happened. We make our mistakes,
1-1.
and 1-1. And it was just self-destruction at that point. Second half, we come out. De Bruyne smashes a penalty. Usually Mahrez would probably take the penalties, but De Bruyne stepping up, taking a penalty, putting it away. We struggle with penalties usually, but lately we've been getting back into a mojo with penalties, starting to make them more often than not. De Bruyne scoring that penalty, big for us to get us the lead back. Foden and Mahrez coming on, 2 really good subs that we needed to make a difference. They both did, getting a goal each. Foden with a left-footed smacker into the back of the net.
I have to say it was a pretty decent goal.
Awesome goal. Exactly what you want to see from the kid. Mahrez coming on as well. Super sub number 2. Scoring a goal near post. Really good goal. I guess you could say it was bad goalkeeping, bad defending. It probably was. But he saw the opportunity, took his goal. 4-1 over Southampton. Southampton has shown lately that they can be a bit of a nuisance on us. But we go on to the semis. We face Liverpool. It's going to be a tough matchup, obviously. And I don't think either team's going to play their strongest side. I think we'll still play Stefan, probably rotate a few players in and out as we obviously do. But both teams essentially have 2 teams of starting 11 players. So you can honestly say who's a sub and who's not, really,
Right.
I feel. I would say more so City than Liverpool, to be honest, because we have spent more, and obviously our squad depth is pretty immaculate, to say the least. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting game.
Just 2 other quick FA Cup updates. We obviously know Chelsea went through, and then Crystal Palace goes through over Everton. So it's going to be Crystal Palace and Chelsea versus the winner of Liverpool and City. Personally, just hoping Crystal Palace takes it all, because fuck the other 3 teams in it.
I wouldn't mind if Crystal Palace won it. That'd be my second choice.
Well, I hope you guys lose to Crystal Palace in the final.
It could well be.
Patrick Vieira could beat Pep twice in a season and draw with him once.
He could.
1 point, if you want to look at it
And
that
if he
way.
did
for 3
that,
opportunities.
then fair
Next big
play.
thing.
Fair play.
The only other major story from this weekend, El Clasico, really big game in terms of Barcelona versus Real Madrid, but not really when it comes to the La Liga standings. Barcelona are at this point hoping to get second, and that's a big hope.
They're a few points behind Sevilla still, but I mean, they honestly, as long as they get top 4, I honestly don't see there's really no point between second, third, and fourth. Like,
right, but
if you're not winning any title,
if you're not going to win it, right, they're not going to win it. But Xavi still wants to prove and keep this team rolling. You know, but
obviously, yeah.
we saw them win 4-0 over Real Madrid. Just an amazing performance all around. We saw some people that haven't really stepped up in El Clasicos before, like Dembele. Stepped up, 2 assists, like really good performance. We saw him and Aubameyang link up again like they were in their Dortmund days.
Yeah,
So
Aubameyang
really
with a little back heel to Torres, the ex-City man. I wouldn't say, I'm not like one of those who's like, oh, glad to see him do good, or I'm not going to also be like, oh, I hope he does shit, this and that. But, like, it was a good goal. Fair play, you know what I mean?
Right, like if you leave my favorite team, I don't really give a fuck about you unless you're a player.
Us,
unless you're a player that played there for a long time. So like, anytime Nani comes back or somebody like that were to come back, you give them the respect and you hope they do well. But Ferran was only there for a year and a half.
Yeah, and I'm also not one of those people who like I want him to do shit. Like it is what it is. He left.
Didn't
like,
work out.
He's just gonna do his thing, I guess. You know what I mean? And it was a good goal. 4th goal, Chip thought it was offside.
It looked off. I mean, for a second the
linesman called it.
Yeah, they called it. VAR called it back, and really shitty way for them to celebrate their 4th goal. But hey, you scored 4 goals.
Really good goal. Aubameyang chip over Courtois, stayed onside.
I'm hoping that Real Madrid use this as a wake-up call and go on to win the rest of the Champions League just because Chelsea, City, and Liverpool are all in it. So if Real Madrid has to win, then that means none of them teams do. So hopefully they realize what's going on and have a wake-up call.
Yeah. Okay. That's all we have for you. That's the end. A little FA Cup. A little bit of different. We had a La Liga game there, but it was just a big game. We had to throw it in there.
Right. We'll start throwing in some really big games, like when we see derbies and
big games and around the world.
Big games like Bayern Munich and Dortmund. Like we'll let you know what happens with those. So
we're just big football fans overall.
Yeah, we love the game.
That's it. So, all right, let's do a thumbnail.